Go to Google and type Rathod's IAS. Then you can see our website, Rathod's IAS Academy. There you have to click on login or register in the blue color. So if you have not registered yet, you have to click on do not have account and fill the details. So once you have login, click on the courses. There you can see course list. And in this course list, you can see wide range of courses. Hi, this is Usha. Welcome to Rathod's IAS classes. Today in this lecture, we are going to see current affairs of 4th June 2022. So tomorrow is prelims, right? So students who are going to give this year prelims, so please be focused. And whatever the topics you have done, so please revise those topics once. And apart from that, in your examination hall, you will be having 100 questions of GS. So even topper, they will be not knowing more than 35 questions. So you have to work on elimination techniques. So try to stay calm in examination hall and try to eliminate the options which are given in the question paper. So in this way here, getting into or clearing this prelims will be having higher chances. So now let us try to see today's quote. It is based on education. So two important challenges that we are facing in India is poverty and next one is hunger. To address this poverty and hunger, so one important solution I can say is education. Why? Because education breeds confidence. Confidence breeds hope and hope breeds peace. So because of this hunger and as well as poverty, that is leading to large amount of crimes in India. Mainly to address those crimes, so this education is one of the important solution. So now let us try to see first topic. It is regarding higher education. So this article which is mainly talking about higher tuition fee. It is talking about higher tuition fee. So this article is important from your education, which mainly comes under your GS paper too. And this topic is important from your mains point of view. So now let us try to see this topic in a very great detail. The central theme of this article which mainly says that corporates, alumni, government, they can work towards creating strong philanthropic support and as well as tax breaks. Okay, corporates, alumni and the government, they can work towards creating stronger philanthropic support and tax breaks. So here, what is the issue? The issue here is there is higher tuition fee for these higher education institutions. So if you want to get higher degrees, so you need to pay a lot of amount of money, right? So it is one of the important challenge that many people who are merit based people and if they are coming from middle class or poor family, they are not going to have this, right? So the author mainly says that at the time when the demand for quality education and research in leading institutions in India and advanced nations is on the rise. So there is increasing or staggering that shocking tuition fees which mainly demanded by universities of repute, besides deterring the meritorious from pursuing their degrees from world-class universities. So whenever there is a high fee that need to be paid by the students to universities, so at that time, especially meritorious people, you are from poor family background, they are not going to get the degrees from these world-class institutes. And because of this, it is mainly creating some compulsions to turn professions into business propositions, etc. So here recently what happened, one important step which is mainly taken by this New York Grossman School of Medicine, which mainly announced that from this 2021 to 2022 academic year, so it will be paying tuition fees for all the students admitted in its MD program. So in medicine, so after your bachelor degree, you will be doing your MD, that is specialization, for example in gynecology or pediatrics or respiratory, so and so there are different branches in this MD. So here in this MD courses, who are the students who are joining this, whoever they are joining this MD, the tuition fee will be mainly paid. Okay, tuition fee mainly paid by this New York University Grossman School of Medicine. Okay, so we are talking about the financial needs. So if you are talking about this financial needs, whatever the financial status you are mainly facing by the students, here this New York University Grossman School of Medicines, they are mainly going to pay their tuition fee. So in this way here, so this became the first major American medical school to do, that is paying off this tuition fees. So in India also, if you are talking about burden of this tuition fee in the professional courses, it is also becoming unbearable now. So it is also facing some burden of this tuition fee in this professional courses. It is becoming unbearable, that is there is increasing of tuition fee that is mainly seen in this higher education. So because of this, it is one of the serious concern. It is one of serious concern of reducing of quality professional education. There is decreasing of quality professional education in India. So one more thing here is, especially students who want to go for this higher education, they are mainly going to get some educational loans. Educational loans they are getting. So even with government collateral guarantee, there are no answer, as mounting debt of this educational loans will be crippling the economic development. So whenever there is increasing of this economic educational loans, so what happened, that will also leads to this debt of this educational loans, that will be having some impact on the economy, economy and as well as public welfare. So in this way here, what we need is a university system that mainly fosters environment on learning. We need to focus on world quality education, and this world quality education that can be provided in a very very low price, and we need to go for without taxation, no taxation on learners, because there will be increasing of burden of this tuition fee. And if you're talking about some case study, so you can focus on the Nordic model. So which are these Nordic countries or Scandinavian countries? We have 5 Scandinavian countries: Denmark, Finland, Iceland, Norway and Sweden. So we are going to see what is the policy of these 5 countries in this higher education. So actually these Nordic countries, so these 5 Scandinavian countries, they provide higher education to their people, higher education to their people, which is a free of cost. They are providing free higher education to their people, and even overseas students as well. So for this overseas students and for the students of their country, they are mainly providing free higher education. And if you see in Denmark, tuition fee were introduced for international students from outside the European Union and European Economic Area in 2006. And later on, Sweden also followed this in 2011. So only Finland, Norway, Iceland and Germany, now they do not charge international students tuition fees. So you have to remember these 4 countries, that is Finland, Norway, Iceland and Germany, they are not charging for this international students tuition fee. So in this way here, this mainly ensures the students to receive quality of education in different streams where they want to get the education. And there is a ray of hope evolving a progressive university system in the professional education. So because of this step, which is mainly taken by this New York University School of Medicine, now we are having a ray of hope that will leads to in future. So that will leads to progressive university system in the professional education in near future. So in this context, author mainly says universities, they need funds, and even they will need funds especially for providing quality education and even to do some research education. And they need to focus on investment as well. So if students, they pay for education, they would be forced to earn from the degrees they acquire. So there is a strong case for reviving philanthropy and even community support for this higher education in India. So what is the need? So we need to revive philanthropy and as well as community support for higher education in India. And in this context, corporates, general alumni and even people at large, they can join, okay, they can join a strong philanthropic support for higher education, and even they can go for quality education as well as that will also lead to decreasing of tuition fee. So this is about this topic. And now let's try to see next topic. It is regarding India-Afghanistan relations. So this topic is important from your international relations, which mainly comes under your GS paper 2. And this topic is important from your mains point of view. And now let's try to see this topic in a very great detail. So actually, why this India-Afghanistan relations is in news? So recently, very recently, India decided to send here diplomatic delegation to Kabul, and they want to meet with Taliban officials. So because of this is in news. So in this way, whenever our diplomatic delegation, so when we are sending our diplomats to Kabul to meet these Taliban officials, it mainly says there is a difference from our policy. So we are mainly showing some marked difference from the policy, okay, so that we are mainly focusing on. So earlier, if you are focusing on Afghanistan, so Afghanistan government, it is mainly largely Sunni Islamist group was in power in Afghanistan, and now you all know this Taliban, they came into power in Afghanistan. So now we are sending diplomats to have some talks with these Taliban officials. Means we can say there is a difference from the policy that we are mainly showing now. So here India had taken a policy of disengagement with Kabul and to support anti-Taliban militias. So we are mainly focusing that yes, we should not focus this, we should not support this Taliban, and we should focus and we should support on this anti-Taliban militias. But this time Afghanistan's internal situation and regional dynamics, they seem to be different. And actually this internal situation of Afghanistan, which is mainly promoting many neighbors countries to adopt a more constructive line towards Taliban regime. So despite their differences with the group's extremism, they are mainly focusing on regional dynamics. It is very much different. And if you're talking about embassy in Kabul, so India closed down this Indian embassy in Kabul in August 2021. So the days which are mainly before Taliban's taken over of this Kabul. Okay, so in October here, Indian officials, they met this Taliban's deputy prime minister, whose name is Abdul Salam Hanafi, in Moscow in a regional conference on Afghanistan. And at that time, India also joined 9 other countries to recognize new reality in Afghanistan. So yes, in Afghanistan we are facing, so the people in Afghanistan, they are facing economic crisis, humanitarian crisis, and especially the rights of women are very we can say violation of the rights of women. So here in this context, India mainly sent some humanitarian assistance. For example, India sent wheat and also COVID-19 vaccination, winter clothes, etc. to Afghanistan. So because this Afghanistan, which is mainly facing near total economic collapse, so because of this, India did some help or humanitarian assistance for this Afghanistan. So in this context, Ministry of External Affairs said that the visit is only to help this coordinate India's humanitarian assistance for Afghanistan people. So why we are sending these diplomats to this Afghanistan or to talk with the Taliban's official? Because mainly to help or to coordinate India's humanitarian assistance for this Afghanistan people. So this is the thing which mainly said by our Ministry of External Affairs. While it could be true that the visit would also leads to pave a way for better understanding and engagement given the blood in the past. So what happened? Yes, whenever we are having talks with this Taliban, yes, we can go for paving a way for better understanding and agreements or engagement between India and Taliban. So India has 3 major concerns when we are talking about this Taliban's return to Afghanistan. So these 3 challenges are very important from your mains, and as an UPSC aspirant, you need to know what are the challenges that we are going to have because of this Taliban's return to power in Afghanistan. So first one here is, so we made investments in billions of dollars of investments that we made in these past 20 years. That is from past 2 decades onwards, we made some investments which is worth of some $1 million. right? So we want to protect these investments and to retain Afghan people's goodwill. So this is the first important cause of concern. And next one is, when Taliban were in power in 1990s, Afghanistan, it mainly became a safe haven for anti-India terrorist groups. So because of this, we will be having some cause of concern. And you know that in Kashmir also there is increasing of violence. So there might be some link between these people and violence in Kashmir region. And next one is, New Delhi would not like history to repeat itself, and it would want commitments from the Taliban that they would not offer support for this anti-Indian groups. So here we need a commitment that yes, Taliban will not be supporting these anti-Indian groups. And next, third challenge here is, Taliban's mainly remaining in this Pakistani satellite forever, and it is not strategically India's interest. So here New Delhi cannot pursue any of these objectives if it does not engage with the Taliban. So because of this, here we are mainly going for talks with this Taliban. So here author says that yes, at the same time, India should not hurry in offering of this diplomatic recognition to these Talibans. Okay, but we need to also, because these Pashtun people, they are mainly imposing some harsh restrictions on women at home. So India should work with even other regional and as well as global players to push these Talibans to adopt a more inclusive regime. So while at the same time they need to maintain the policy of gradual bilateral engagement as well. So now let us try to see next topic, is regarding e-waste recyclers. So we need to talk about what is this e-waste. So what are the rules and what are the law which is present in India regarding this e-waste, and one important thing you have to know about recent draft regarding this e-waste, which are mainly made public for the public consultations. So we need to know about some important key provisions of this recent draft. Okay, so now let us try to see this topic in a very great detail. So if you see context, it mainly says, over 5 years, Delhi NCR headquarters Etero Recycling. So the name of the company is Etero Recycling. It is one of the largest electronic waste management companies. So here we are mainly expecting that the investments from this company, which will come to close like $1 billion in expanding its electronic waste recycling facilities. So if we're talking about details, it mainly says that more than 70% of it is setting up operations in Europe. Okay, Europe, US, and as well as Indonesia, and they are mainly focusing on recycling of lithium-ion batteries. So you have to know some facts regarding this lithium-ion batteries. So some applications of this lithium-ion batteries as well. So here this article which mainly says that because of this mandatory recycling targets which mainly set for this electronics good makers under this electronic waste management rules of 2016. So it is like 30% of sales in 2018. So we are mainly expecting that the recycling will be goes to 70% by 2023. Okay, so this is the thing which mainly said in this article. So if we talk about why this is in news, because recently MOEFCC, that is Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, they released a draft notification for electronic waste management. Okay, so because of this is in news. So actually India has a former set of rules for this electronic waste management, and was first announced these rules in 2016 and amended in this 2018. Okay, and actually these new rules that will come into effect from this August 2022. So the draft notification of this electronic waste management, which mainly includes some key provisions. So first one is electronic goods covered. So which are the electronics goods which are mainly covered? For example, laptops, landlines, mobile phones, cameras, recorders, music systems, microwaves, refrigerators, medical equipment. They are mainly specified in this notification. And if you're talking about what is the target of collection of this e-waste, so consumer good companies and makers of electronics goods, they have to ensure that at least 60% of their electronic waste it is collected and recycled by 2023. Okay, and they came up with increasing of targets by 70% by 2024 and 80% by 2025. And if you're talking about EPR certificates, okay, through these certificates, it mainly allows the companies to temporarily bridge the shortfalls. For example, if my company which mainly collected large amount of this e-waste means I can give this e-waste to other company, okay, mainly to bridge this temporary shortfalls. So it is called as EPR certificate. And next one is it is also focusing on circular economy. So new rules which mainly emphasize on this EPR recycling and trading. So this mainly follows from the government's objective to promote a circular economy. And if you're talking about penalty, so companies that don't meet their annual targets, they have to pay fine. Okay, they have to pay fine or environmental compensation as well. And if you're talking about implementing authority, that is CPCB, that is Central Pollution Control Board, they will be focusing on implementation of these regulations. And if you're talking about responsibility of state governments, yes, the state governments, they have some entrusted responsibility of earmarking industrial space for e-waste, okay, and they will be focusing on e-waste dismantling, recycling facilities, and they will be also undergoing some industrial skill development, and they will be also focusing on promoting of health and safety of workers, etc. So if we're talking about some facts regarding this e-waste, so e-waste in short, I can say it is like electronic waste. So this term which is mainly used to describe old, end of life, discarded electronic appliances. So this e-waste which also includes components, consumables, parts, and as well as spares. And if you're talking about law to manage this e-waste that have been placed in India since 2011. So this law which is mainly mandating only authorized dismantlers and recyclers, they can collect this e-waste under this e-waste management rules 2016. Okay, so India's first e-waste clinic or for segregating, processing and disposal of waste from households and commercial units that had been set up in the Madhya Pradesh. And if you're talking about the national declaration which mainly adopt in this COP9 on Basel Convention, okay, it mainly Nairobi declaration which mainly focuses on transboundary movement of hazardous waste. So you can get this topic as a UPSC prelims question as well. So here this Nairobi declaration which is mainly focusing on creating some innovative solutions for environmentally sound management of electronic waste. And if you're talking about previous year's question that appeared in UPSC, it is mainly talking about e-waste. So due to improper or indiscriminate disposal of old and used computers of other parts, which of the following which is released into environment as e-waste? Beryllium, cadmium, chromium, heptachlor, mercury, and lead and plutonium. So actually this plutonium, it is a radioactive material, so we can eliminate this. So in this way, if you eliminate the seventh option, the correct option is 1, 2, 3, 5 and 6. So why not 4? This heptachlor, it is insecticide, but it will be not used in the preparation of these computers. So in this way, you can use this elimination method. And now let us try to see next topic. Title says fresh impetus to Jal Jeevan Mission in Rajasthan with new committees. So this article which is mainly focusing on new committees for this Jal Jeevan Mission in Rajasthan. So you have to know about some facts regarding this Jal Jeevan Mission which is mainly focusing on water supply through functional tap facility in especially rural areas. So here you need to know about what is the need of these new committees. So why we came up with these new committees. So this article is important from your governance point of view, which mainly comes in the GS paper 2. So if you see context, it mainly says that a fresh impetus has been given to this Jal Jeevan Mission in Rajasthan. They mainly focused on appointment of new water and sanitation committees at various levels. Okay. So under this Jal Jeevan Mission, so they mainly came up with appointment of new water and sanitation committees at various levels. So these committees, they will be recommend some implementation of the works under this mission. So if we are talking about some more important details regarding the important role which is going to be played by these committees. So the active role of these committees that will leads to acceleration, that is increasing of task of providing water connection in every households in the rural areas. And this committee will also ensure public participation will be there in this drinking water schemes, and that will be helpful to play a meaningful role in planning, in execution and even management operation and maintenance of this scheme. So these committees, they have been appointed at the state level, district level and even at village level. So the state government that will make arrangements for training of members of village level committees, and that will help to make them aware of operation of schemes, water conservation, efficient use of drinking water and bank account operations. So in all these things, so this will be very useful. Okay, so state government, they will make arrangements for training of members of village committees and even operation of schemes, water conservation, efficient use of drinking water and bank account operations, etc. And over 43,250 water and sanitation committees, they have been appointed across the states. And if you're talking about these action plans, so these action plans which mainly depict history of water availability and rainfall in that so-and-so region, that is a rainfall pattern, and drought situation in that region, groundwater level and water harvesting methods, waterborne diseases, etc. And if you're talking about some facts regarding this Jal Jeevan Mission, so it mainly focusing on supply of safe and adequate drinking water through tap connections to all households in the rural areas, and the target year is 2024. And how much amount of water will be supplied? That is about 55 liters of water per person per day. Okay, and if you're talking about next article, which is mainly focusing on religious freedom report. Religious freedom report. So actually what happened, title says that religious freedom report is biased, which is mainly said by India. So this article is important regarding GS paper 2 under society. If you're talking about context, it mainly says that India rejected the criticism of United States State Department report, and this report which is mainly talking about religious freedom in India. Okay, so this report which mainly says that vote bank politics is being practiced in international relations, and this statement is mainly rejected by India. So if you see some details, it mainly says that our Ministry of External Affairs spokesman, he mainly said that observation of India in report is based on motivational inputs and biased views. And actually this report is released by US State Department report on international religious freedom. So if we're talking about some facts here, so United States Commission on International Religious Freedom, which mainly released this International Religious Freedom Report 2022. And if you're talking about purpose of this report, which is mainly axing religious freedom violations, okay, in 27 countries during the year 2021, and it helps to make some independent recommendations for US policy. So whether these recommendations are binding means it is not binding on this US. So this is one important thing that you have to remember. And if you're talking about the focus of this report, so this report which is mainly focusing on two groups of countries. That first one is countries of particular concern and special watch list. And if you're talking about these countries of particular concern, so India, which is mainly designated as a nation engaged in severe violations and as well as religious freedom violations under this International Religious Freedom Act of 1998. Okay, and India, which is mainly designated as a country of particular concern. And if you're talking about special watch list country, so it is the country which is not meeting all the criteria, that is CPC criteria, and which is mainly having severe violations of religious freedom. That country will be placed under this special watch list. So if we're talking about key findings of this report, here India, which is mainly placed in this countries of particular concern, and this is second time in row. Okay, and other countries which mainly include in this countries of particular concern includes Afghanistan, Burma, that is Myanmar, China, Eritrea, Iran, Nigeria, North Korea, Pakistan, Russia, Saudi Arabia, Syria, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Vietnam. So these are the other countries which are mainly present in this countries of particular concern list. And special watch list includes Algeria, Cuba, Nicaragua. They placed in 2021. Others includes Azerbaijan, CAR, and Egypt, Indonesia, Iraq, Kyrgyzstan, Malaysia, Turkey, and Uzbekistan. So if you're talking about reason why India, which is mainly placed in the countries of particular concern, So Indian government, which mainly represent the critical voices, especially the minority communities and individuals who are reporting on them. And next one is in India, NGOs, non-government organizations, they are mainly facing challenges, especially regarding this foreign funding. So because of this FCRA, which is seen highly in news, and there are some issues with this anti-conversion laws also in India. So in October 2021, Karnataka government, which mainly ordered a survey of churches and priests in the states and authorized police to conduct a door-to-door inspection to find Hindus who have converted into Christianity. So because of this, here India, which is mainly placed in this list of countries of particular concern for the second time in row. And next article, it is regarding performance manager index. Okay, so this article is important from your economy point of view, which mainly comes in the GS paper 3. And now let's try to see context. Here S&P Global India Services, which mainly came up with this performance manager index. Okay, so for the month of May. So in this May month, it mainly talking about your service sector. So this service sector, which mainly recorded best monthly expansion, which is more than in this 11 years. Okay, and this PMI, it is 58.9. Okay, in the month of in this month of May, and in the month of April it is 57.9. So if it is more than 50 means we can say there is expansion. So if you see details, it mainly says that service providers, they mainly reported quick increase in the business activity since April 2011 onwards. And they are seeing there are number of new orders at a highest rate since July 2011. So even as input cost pressures, which mainly quicken at a fast pace since the survey started in December 2015. So May marked the 23rd successive month where firms reported rising input prices. And we are seeing there is inflation regarding food, fuel, labor, material, retail, and even transportation costs. So even though we are having some growth in this sector. So we are talking about some facts regarding this PMI. It is a survey based measure which mainly asks respondents about the changes in their perception regarding key business variables. Okay, and the purpose of this PMI, it is to provide information about current and as well as future business conditions. And they are mainly calculated separately for manufacturing and as well as services. And the number here is 0 to 100, and 50 it is a standard number. And here if it is below this 50 means contraction, if it is above 50 means expansion. If it is 50 means it indicates no change. So these are some important articles that appear in our today's Hindu newspaper. And now let us try to see yesterday's questions. So first question is regarding federal principles of Indian federalism. So here, which of the following federal principles are not found in Indian Federation? Not found. So federal government can redraw boundaries of union by forming new states. Yes. And next one is bifurcation of judiciary between federal and state government. No, we have integrated judiciary system. So we cannot go for bifurcation of judiciary. And the union cannot be destroyed by state ceding from the union as its will. So as you all know that Union of India, which is not by the by agreements from the states. Okay, so because of that, here states, they cannot cede from union. And next one is federal and state government, they have their own officials to administer respective law and functions. But we are having all India service like IAS, IPS, IFS, right? So this is also incorrect. So second and the fourth one is not there. So that option will be the first option, 2 and 4. And next question is regarding zonal councils. So zonal councils owe their origin to parliament, yes. And creation of zonal council was a logical outcome of the reorganization of the states of linguistic basis, yes. It can be used as an instrument to resist separatist tendencies, yes. And they mainly make recommendations on social and economic planning of the states, yes. So you need to select the correct answer. So that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Option 4 is correct answer. And today's questions are the first one, it is regarding scheduled area power, which is mainly present with. And next one is regarding Finance Commission of India. It is like a constitutional body. Right, so these are the two important questions which is for today's practice, and please try to give your answer in the comment box. So now let us try to see Hindu newspaper PDF. So before that, I want to make a small announcement. We in Rathod sites, we came up with this mains answer writing practice course for 1 year. So quality of this course is 1 year. So here we are giving you the detailed and syllabus okay, of UPSC, and we will be giving you weekly targets. So based on that weekly target, daily one question will be given for you. And these questions of GS2 and GS3 will be based on current affairs as well. Okay, and daily one question on Sunday there will be essay or case study. So overall you are going to write 27 essays and 26 case studies. So this course is absolutely beneficial. So we will be evaluating your answer and we will be giving you one-to-one mentorship as well. Okay, so this is about this course, and try to join this course, and the cost here is 7,200 rupees for 1 year. And we also came up with this entire foundational course for 2023 and 2024. Here we are discussing each and every topic with a very great detail, and we are providing more than 600 hours of classes, and they are mainly, we are discussing even prelims and aspirants means questions, so that you will be getting idea as well. So entire foundational course cost is 60,000 rupees. The validity is 2 years, along with prelims test series and aspirants mains answer writing practice included in that, with special sessions on current affairs. And if you want to take individual subjects like only history, only geography, economy, like that, you can take individual courses also. So if you have any query regarding these courses, you can call me on this number 8074765513, and this is also WhatsApp number. You can message me on this. And if you want to get the PDF of this today's lecture, you can join the Telegram channel. Link is given in description box. And now let us try to see today's Hindu newspaper PDF. So this is our Hindu today. Date is June 4th, and this is Delhi edition. So first article is regarding this e-waste recyclers. I discussed this topic in great detail along with the recent draft highlights. And if you move forward, there is nothing much important in the city page and as well as states page. Here you can see Jal Jeevan Mission in Rajasthan with new committees. I discussed this topic. And if you move forward directly, you can go to this editorial page. So in this editorial page, I discussed regarding this topic of higher education, and I also discussed about this Afghanistan. So there is one topic regarding this social media, so you can easily go through that topic. And this article, if you are from Tamil Nadu, you can read. Okay, it is mainly talking about especially welfare and development of women. And if you move forward, this is ground zero, there is nothing to read this. And if you move forward in this newspaper, that is page number 10 also, I didn't found anything which is relevant. And in page number 11, you can see wheat export ban not against farmers. So this is the thing which mainly said by our food minister. You can see this topic already a number of times. We discussed about this exports of wheat. And next topic, it is about India-US working to build gains on trade forum. So this is also very important. You can talk about GSP. Okay. And next topic here, it is regarding India Freedom Report. I discussed this topic. And if you move forward, this article is very important. That is keep ESZ, that is eco-sensitive zone of 1 kilometer around the forest, which is mainly said by Supreme Court. So Supreme Court directed that every protected forest, national park and wildlife sanctuary across the country should keep mandatory eco-sensitive zone of minimum 1 kilometer starting from their demarcated boundary. And these zones, they will be act as a transition zone from the areas of high protection to involve the lesser protection. Okay, so this will be very, very important, and you have to know some facts regarding this ESZ, that is eco-sensitive zone. And if you move forward, here you can see one article regarding this United Nations. IS threat looms large over Taliban in Kabul. So Afghanistan Taliban rulers, they are mainly maintaining some close ties with Al-Qaeda as they consolidate control over the country. And their main military threat, it is coming from this Islamic State extremist group, and even guerrilla style attacks by the former Afghanistan government secretary personnel. So this is a thing which mainly said by this UN experts. Okay, new report. Okay, you have to focus on that. And if you move forward in this business page, there is one article regarding this PMI. I discussed this topic. So these are some important articles that appear in our today's Hindu newspaper. I hope you enjoyed this lecture. So please subscribe to Rathod's Science Academy, and don't forget to like, share and comment my videos. And don't forget to enroll to these courses, and you can visit our website rathodscienceacademy.com to see some demo videos without paying a single penny. So by this I'm concluding. Thank you so much. Go to Google and type Rathod's IAS. Then you can see our website, Rathod's IAS Academy. There you have to click on login or register in the blue color. So if you have not registered yet, you have to click on do not have account and fill the details. You have to give your name, email ID, your mobile number and password, and finally you can click on this register button. And once your details are filled, then registration will be successful, and click on OK and come back and click again on login and register, and you have to log in now. So after once you have login, click on the courses. There you can see course list, and in this course list you can see wide range of courses. So you can see Indian Society, CSAT, Ethics, International Relations, Essay, and if you buy all the courses, then we will be giving access to all these courses like History, Economy, Geography, and this is our mains answer writing course. There you can see different batches are there, and this is our prelims test series. If you want to watch demo videos, you have to click on play course, and in history we will be having 5 modules. So there, if you want to see demo videos in that so and so part of history, you can click on that play course, and before payment you can see only 3 demo videos, and after payment you can see all the videos will be displayed on the screen. You will
Hello
be
students,
having
welcome to
settings
Rathod
regarding
IAS.
quality and
My name is
also
Rajesh.
speed.
I'm your
You
history
can adjust
faculty.
according to
Today
your
in the part of
requirement.
the world history lectures, the most
This is
important
about
topic in the
history.
world history of the UPSC CSA exam, that is the French
Next,
Revolution.
let us try to see other subject, international relations. Click on play course, and the same thing that will follows. Before payment 3 demo videos, after payment every video will be displayed on screen, and you can click on the play button, then full screen, and then settings. So this will be follows to all
Hello
the
all,
courses.
welcome to the lecture. A very important topic we are going to cover up in today's lecture, that is Indo-Pacific. Every day in newspaper we are hearing this word Indo-Pacific region and the importance.
This is regarding polity, and the faculty is Shashwat Raghav ma'am.
Hello and welcome everyone to Rathod's IAS. This is Shashwat Raghav, your polity faculty on this platform. We'll be basically covering our GS paper 2, and we very well know in GS paper 2 we have governance, constitution, polity along with social justice and IR. By me, your constitution, polity and governance subjects will be covered. In UPSC side for GS paper 2, only the subjects have been mentioned, the governance, constitution, polity, but faculties
This is about economy. So economy is taught by Sarvan sir. So these are some demo videos you can watch like this. And economy is like 112 hours of course.
Friends, from this class onward. Hi friends, my name is Sarvan Kumar. I am your economy faculty. Welcome to Rathod's IAS. Friends, in this class, we are going to study about the gross value added. What is the meaning of this gross value added? Now, under this, we have 3 heads: basic price, right, factor,
And next is science and technology. You can click on the video and you can click on play button and full screen.
Welcome to Rathod IAS. To the DNA, that kind of bank is called as DNA data bank. So you need to create a DNA data bank at a national level, okay, where the information of all the criminals, okay, all the suspects.
So So these are the number of courses that you can watch the demo videos, and after once you watch the demo videos and after once you satisfied, so click on the buy now button, and after that you need to enter some details. Later on you can click on proceed, and you can give your mobile number and also email ID, and finally you can use this Razorpay payment system for the purchasing of these courses.